finally Thursday comes around and we can film episode 3 of my Sorare 26 journey, lads. What's going on? Welcome back to another video. Exciting week ahead, lads. We've just had La Liga launch today. I haven't got stuck into those auctions yet. I am planning on at some point. I think the amount went for like over $2,000 in rare, just as a random little one. I can't remember what the Mbappe went for. I think it was a bit less actually, but yeah, hope we're all doing well. As far as last weekend goes, I mean, I did my rewards video on Tuesday, so you know, those of you that have watched that, you would have known that one, I messed up recording that video. I ended up recording it without the audio on, so that was an oopsies on me. But we did manage 3 for 3 in our streaks. I don't know whether this will even show it, but yeah, we basically hit the Jupiler League Pro second streak, which was 330 points. We hit our first streak in Challenger, and we hit our first streak in Contender. We're aiming for all 3 streaks again this weekend, but adding into that, we are also aiming for the Eredivisie streak. As you can see, the Contender lineup is the only one I've built so far. Well, it's not fully built. I need a bit of help actually from you guys. I'm not too clued up on Contender as much as I am in the other region, so any suggestions for an extra player, he has to be in season. I only want to hit 330 points. I don't want to do anything more than that. So if you can give me a steady Eddie, maybe somebody under like 5 quid or whatever, that would be great. As a side note, I am going to be announcing the winner of the Nico Williams giveaway that was on my X account over the last few days. I've got the X picker ready to go, so I'll do that in the next few moments for those of you that entered. But yeah, exciting week ahead. We've got, like I said, Eredivisie starts. We've got Jupiler Pro again. MLS is back, which is great. Challenger is back. I guess it came back last week. Contender the same. Under 23, we've got the Unique Summer League, and then AllStar and the arenas. Buzzing for it, to be fair. I had a good last weekend, like I said in the rewards video and stuff. I pulled a few cards from crafting. I won Hugo Sequoia as a tier 2, which for a tier 2 I think he's a bit poor, but you know, it is what it is. I've been busy buying. I've been increasing my Excelsior stack, which I'll be utilizing this weekend. I've got 4% on that so far, collection bonus. I'll get 5% once the 30 days kicks in. I don't really want to buy anyone else, to be honest. I'll show you, where's it to? Yeah, I think I'm at like 510 points. I think I need to buy one more card, and then I'll automatically get to 5% once I've sort of, held them all for 30 days, which I think is a really nice little addition, I guess, to the game. It used to be you had to wait 90 days for 10 points. Now it's 30 days for 20, which makes buying collections so much easier to do, even if you don't get the one of a hundreds. I'm still sort of sticking to my lower league or my lower level Scottish strategy, to be honest. Like, a couple of these cards have come good already. Like, for example, this, where's he to? Elliot Watt, I paid just under 7 quid for him. He had an absolute blinder against Rangers, nearly 50 all-around score, and ends up, instant buying for nearly 30 quid. So, you can find these little... Now, I'm not saying, like, I plan that to happen, of course, right? It's sheer luck, but, at the same time goes, like, you've got to buy him to get stuck into that. Same goes for, where's he to? Another lad that played for Motherwell that game as well, Elijah Just. I mean, he's not going for as much, but, like, I paid, like, 5 quid for him. I bought him on the, the instant cart thing where you buy 5 cards and get some spins and whatever. The spins have been fun. I've been enjoying the spins. Haven't really got anything crazy from them, if I'm being honest. Bits of market credits. I've not won any cards or jerseys or anything cool. I did pick up a few, or 2 Tom Lachey's yesterday on the Morgan Sanson news that he got injured against, against Benfica in the Champions League. So yeah, I'm hoping Lachey comes in as his sort of replacement for Nice, because I rate him, he's a good player, and for that price I couldn't say no. This was bought with market credits as well, and then I had to buy David Brooks, obviously. I went to Atlanta this past weekend to watch the Premier League Summer Series, and yeah, Bournemouth played West Ham. I thought Brooksy looked really sharp, to be fair. I bought another Kyridius, I don't know how to spell his name, or pronounce his name, sorry. Kazaridis, whatever his name is, the Greek lad from Hearts. I don't think he's going to start this weekend, it doesn't look like, but I'm bringing my dollar cost average down. I bought him for like 25 quid first card. I've bought another one for 15. I bought a Valleys as well yesterday. Just trying to improve my contender stuff, basically, because I'm on the second streak this weekend, so, $40 up for grabs there. Where can I show you my streaks? Is there a way for me to do that? Hot streaks? I don't even know how to do it. Is it over here? Surely there's a better way to see like where your hot streaks are. Missions? It might be in missions. Sorry, lads. I'm all over the shop here. Here we go. So as you can see, I need to hit 330 points this weekend in Contender Rare for $40. I need to hit 330 in Challenger for the same, and I need to hit 440 in Jupiler League to hit $200. So that's the one this weekend that I'm really, really hoping I can, that I can hit, to be honest, because that would be a pretty penny. It really, really would. I was just going to have a look up my Google Sheets just to check up on all my spendings and stuff. So I've updated the rare tracker and the super rare tracker as far as, essence spent, essence won. On last week, so we won $80 from the streaks. I didn't win any leaderboard cash. I did spend 600 essence on the arena in rare, and I won 1,000 plus some XP, so that was a bonus. As far as our spends go, so we're at total spend in rare Belgium, £309, and we've won 45 so far. If we can win the $200 this weekend, that would flipping really, really bring our net spend down. If we could hit that third streak, we've spent nearly 200 quid on our on the Eredivisie rares. First week of Eredivisie this weekend, so we'll see what that brings in. In Challenger Rare, I've spent just under 240 quid. I've only won the first streak so far, 15 quid. Hoping to hit that second streak this weekend. But I've bought a lot, not quality, but I've bought a lot of depth, I'd say, so far. So hopefully I can get 2 or 3 teams out this weekend. Challenger Super Rare, which I'll touch upon. That's my next little venture that I'm getting into, which I'll show you quickly. So I've been picking up again. I'm doing the Scottish League, or the cheaper Scottish League teams sort of strategy. It started with buying this Tawanda guy here 17 days ago for 26 quid. Who, to be fair, he's only played one game. Didn't really look too good against Rangers, but I thought he was too cheap. He was a 1 of 10. So I was like, I'll sit on this, see what happens. And then I bought a collection piece for 8 quid. He's going to be out for ages, just for purely collection bonus. And then, obviously, I bought the Excelsior guys. That's not Challenger. Then I bought a Richard King, hoping to get a Shamal George in goal. I'm bidding on one of him right now. So yeah, please don't outbid me. I then bought a Buskov, who I accidentally bought because I was trying to do the lucky loser thing. And I paid 30 quid for a Buskov, who's under 23. He takes set pieces when he plays for Midtjylland, but he doesn't always play. But he's got some peaks. Like, he could turn into a really good SO5 scorer at some point. He's not really for the now, let's call it. I crafted this guy. He's done his ACL, which is just, my luck. I then bought a Killian Phillips yesterday for 28 quid. And then I bought an Elijah Just as well for just over £32, or just under £32, sorry. So total spend right now, £160. I don't even have a goalie as we speak, so I technically can't even play those players, this weekend in Challenger, which I want to do. That's why I need to get, a goalie in before the deadline. So that's the plan. Obviously, I'll spend, over £100, if not a little bit more on a goalkeeper. So my spend will probably go up to about 300. And I'm just going to see. I'm just going to, experiment. How close can I get to, yielding that back? Because, the prize pool does sort of stretch out a little bit. Like if you go Challenger, Super Rare. Now again, obviously I'm against the Celtic guys. I'm against the Rangers lads. Like I'm not competing for those higher end prizes. I just want to get basically if I can get 10 to 20th, not consistently either, like a couple times in the season, I pay back my cards. It's not asking too much. I have the 4% sort of ceiling bonus as well. And yeah, I think I've got a decent chance of doing that if I can pick up a cheap enough goalkeeper. So that's what I've been doing in Challenger Super Rare so far. And then of course I bought the Eredivisie Super Rares. I need one more Eredivisie Super Rare before tomorrow's deadline to be able to play in that with the Excelsior stack. So I'm literally one card away. Had my unique Leo Gramil not get injured, I would need to buy another player. But unfortunately, he did get injured. I'll just show you what that team will look like. But basically, it'll be Van Gassel, who I'm hoping gets obviously the number 1. Bronkhorst in defence. Adam Carlin in midfield. Sanchez Fernandez, best name in football, up front. And then I was going to play Leo Gremiel, so I'd get 20% extra cash boost on that. Of course, he's injured, so I definitely need an extra player. I've got some good classic Eredivisie cards, as you can see, not incredible, but decent enough. But obviously, I'm playing a classic goalkeeper, so I definitely need another in-season card before tomorrow, before I can, crack on with that. But yeah, I have spent, as you can see, 67. What's that? 230, 500, 700, 1,000. I basically spent £1,000 so far on in-season stuff between Belgium, Eredivisie, Challenger, Rare, Challenger, Super Rare, and Super Eredivisie. And my win is 45, 60. I basically won £60 of that back, which obviously isn't isn't great, but we've been playing not even a week for some of those comps. So yeah, I've spent a little chunk already. I won that $800 the first week, didn't I, from the MLS Super Rare stuff. So it's kind of paid for itself in a way. I'm kind of free rolling, whatever the saying is, for now, until I obviously end up spending more. With the Liga, where all the champ cards came out, didn't they? Prem, Liga, and Bundesliga aren't out yet, which I'm excited about. But yeah, I definitely want to get into La Liga as well, because I really want to utilize the Jose Gaia unique I have, plus I have Yamal Super Rare, and I really want to utilize those two cards. So I'm hoping that will happen at some point. But yeah, it's just a bit of a waiting game. I've got my midweek lineups, which are looking absolutely horrendous, bar one. There's one lineup, it's this one here. De Paul yesterday with a goal. Benfica defensive stack, clean sheet, and then I've got all these lads to play now in the next day or so. So hopefully I can steal a bit of some rewards from AllStar there. The rest of them didn't look too good, to be honest. Buanga DMP was a rough one. Let me do the Twitter picker now. Let me get this Nico Williams out to one of you guys who entered the X giveaway. I'll give him out in the video as well. We have a winner. It was Niall. Twitter's giving me a bit of a headache right now. It's not really working. So yeah, I'll get that done. As soon as I can. But yeah, congratulations to you, Niall. But yeah, let's get into some lineup building then, lads, for this weekend. Like I said, I am in need of a bit of help in contender. So if any of you guys have got any suggestions in season, it can be J League, K League, whatever you think, they can get me over the line. Because I still have these 2 cheat code Bundesliga in season cards, because the new Bundesliga cards haven't come out yet. So hopefully we can hit the 30 or the 330 points there for that $40. Let's do the Eredivisie lineups first then. So I am going to be rocking the Excelsior stack, I think. I did buy a Tom de Graaf as well. I don't know whether I mentioned that last week or not, but I had his super rare, luckily, and I have a couple of his rares. And I saw that he was going to go to Pexwola because Schrendelar's injured. So he's going to be their number 1. I luckily, like I said, had the super rare and the rare from last year. I crafted both, I think. But then I bought that Tom de Graaf in season with some market credits. I think I paid 15 quid for it. And I think he's trading for like 60 quid right now. So I could maybe, cash in on him a little bit. Because I will use him this weekend, but I am probably just going to run the Excelsior stack. I bought an Arthur Zagre. I don't know how to say his name, but he's one of the best players for for Excelsior, or at least he was last season. The season they were in the in the first league, they got promoted from the second division last year. I've got 2 of these Sanchez Fernandezes because I picked up one and he was just far too cheap. So yeah, he's going to go straight in. 21%. Like I said, I've got the 4% collection bonus, which I think. I'd like to think I hit the lowest streak. I really want to play Veerman, but I've seen links today that he might be going to Brentford, which would absolutely just destroy me, to be honest. So I'm going to play Veerman for now, but if I hear anything else, like he's 70% right now on Sorare Inside, which is understandable with the links and stuff. I'm going to go double defensive stack then, or I'm going to use another defender in Casper Whittle. Of course, I'll give Veerman the armband. I don't get the multi-club bonus, but I do get the Cap 260 bonus because the Excelsior boys haven't been playing for a while. So that'll be my team number 1. I think I can squeeze together a second team. If I go with Tom de Graaf, I'll need a couple of in-seasons here, won't I? So we can go Van Bronckhorst, we can go Adam Carlin, we can go for our second Sanchez Fernandez, and then we can play another classic, hopefully smasher. We got Utrecht at home to Hercules. El Karauni could be pretty nice there. I do like the look of Saibari. Saibari could be quite tasty. Michael Vlap, but then he's playing against Tom de Graaf, so yeah, maybe not. We've got Maro Jr. potentially. I could go with Cherry, who I think is going to be really good, but he's unfortunately playing against my Excelsior boys, which is kind of counterintuitive. I wouldn't normally do that, but I think for this, like, the only negative it kind of affects is the defender, really. I keep calling Van Bronckhorst, but it's not, it's just Bronckhorst. But yeah, I think he's the next best. It's the best fixture, although I'm rooting for Excelsior. So yeah, we'll keep those. Yeah, that'll be my Eredivisie lineups. Wellenruth is now going to be the number 1 at Feyenoord, which is great. I unsealed him this morning because I had him sealed. As far as the Jupiler League goes, this is the one where I really need to nail. I need to try and hit that third hot streak. 440 points, mind, is not going to be easy. But I do think last week I had really tough matchups on paper, and I do think this week it kind of sways back into my favour. So I'm going to go with Brandon Michele is my classic sort of smasher. I could have gone Vanaken for sure. Like it's basically a bit of a toss up there. But now I need to use all in-season cards. I only have 2 in-season mids. Lasana at home to Zolte is probably as good as it gets for me. Although he's playing right now, I think at 2 o'clock. So I'm a little bit worried, but hopefully he starts both. And then I'm going to go with the Antwerp boys. I think this one kind of picks itself. I don't have that many cards. It's just albeit that, or it just sort of falls the fact that like all my cards have good matchups this weekend. In the sense that I've got a good chance on paper to hit that third streak. 440 points though is going to be a stretch. Like I'm going to need 80 plus from Michele as captain, and then the rest of the lads need to chip in as well. I don't think I have enough cards to be able to put out a second lineup. So that will be it for now. We'll go into Challenger. I can't play my Challenger Super A lineup right now because, like I said, I'm waiting on that goalkeeper to come in. But for now, we do have Portugal back, which is great. So Diogo Costa's back in the fold. Erdem Kampelat is actually back, which is mental. Like, who would have thought that Kampelat's back as a starting goalkeeper on Sorare? I've had his card for so long. But I'm going to do the St. Mirren defensive stack, I think, in defence. So that'll be Richard King and Shamal George. I'm really hoping Valley starts. He's playing like a lot of these players. He plays this midweek. I've got a couple of classics, but I'm going to use the in-season card because it just frees up another player basically that I can play as the classic. My strikers are a little bit weak right now with Simon Murray being a bit dodgy. I've got Simsia, who's looking like a really good matchup this weekend. He didn't start tonight, which fills me with a bit of confidence. I've got this kid here who was part of my Gladbach collection. It looks like he's moved to Antalyaspor. He's 80% on and he counts as an in-season card because he's Bundesliga. I'm quite tempted to use him. It's a home matchup against Kasim Pasa. First game of the season, right? We don't really know too much about these teams and stuff, but I do think that that's probably my best bet. And then I can, I'm free to use a sort of a classic smasher then. I'm tempted to just go with Kohler, to be honest, go with the 2 Bromby lads. Give Valleys the armband. It's under the 260 and it's multi-club, so I get the 6%. I could maybe use like a Davison Sanchez over a Matt Kohler, but yeah, it's not much in it. If Gallo were at home, I'd be a bit more confident in them. But yeah, first game of the season, I'd prefer to try and keep as many of my players at home as I possibly can. I did notice this morning Lucas Højbjerg has moved to Strasbourg. I mentioned him like 2 weeks ago, I think, didn't I? I said keep an eye out for him. Did play for Nordjylland, and it looks like this Noah Markman's going to be his successor. So I think he might get the opportunity to be a starter now for Nordjylland. I'm not going to play him in this specific lineup. I'm going to go with Stuart Finley, who scored really well first game of the season for Hearts, and then I'm going to play probably all my Motherwell lads who are away to St. Mirren, so they're playing against my keeper, which is just unfortunate timing. Really, I have to keep playing with the in-seasons here because I've used Costa as the classic. But we'll do a little Motherwell sort of attacking stack. Slattery, Watt. Slattery takes set pieces. Watt's churning AA for fun. And then Tawanda hopefully can get in on some decisives. We get the Cap 260 bonus, but we don't get the multi-club because we're using three Motherwell cards, which is fine. I think I can squeeze out one. Well, actually, I don't think I can. Let me check. Kampelat, Oshin, McKenzie. I think I need to start using. I don't think I have a Well, yeah, I guess I could use because Ridis or whatever his name is. I could probably use him. If I don't get a Super A lineup out, I'll just play Tawanda again in Super A. But I'll just use this for now. Again, he's probably coming off the bench at best. But it's another lineup. It might nick some essence. I think sometimes you're better off just putting some lineups in, just why not? You just never know. You could scoop up some essence that you wouldn't have done previously. So those are the challenger lineups. Contender, like I said, I'm stuck on what to do with the sort of the extra player. I do have a Dennis Apaya, but he's not projected to start on Sorare Inside. Oh, actually, he bloody is. That is mental. This morning he was 30%. Let me go over there a minute just to have a little look because that's been updated, which fills me with confidence. I think I've got him up for sale. I might need to bring him off the market because he was 30% on, but it looks like Dennis Apaya's on to play the first game. Yeah, maybe maybe I don't need another player, lads. Thank you for the suggestions. Yeah, there we go. I did have Apaya on, so that's fine. So Apaya, I paid like £6 for him. I paid £6 for Muffet. I paid £6 for Jackal. I've had Dion Bello for ages, and I won Dennis Simon. So yeah, if we do hit the 330 points there, we're way in sort of profit on what Contender looks like. I don't think I'm going to continue with Contender after. Well, I might continue, but I don't really want to sink any more money into Contender. I'd rather focus on the other leagues that I'm interested in. Let's do MLS because we've got a ton of MLS stuff to get through. Sorry if this is boring. But yeah, we've got Super MLS to get into first. We've got Rocco Novo at 70% away to Orlando, and then we've got Toronto away to Philly, which is just a killer matchup for Philly. So I'm probably gonna have to go Rocco Rios Novo there. I don't have many super MLS cards, so picking lineups is relatively straightforward for me, to be honest. Extra player, yeah, we've got to go Pablo Ruiz, haven't we? Really, give the armband to Big Kai Wagner. We don't get the 260 bonus, but we do get the multi club. I'll only be able to play one lineup there. And then I could do I'll do my classic one here then. Let's go Big Brad. I actually met Brad Guzan at in Atlanta Stadium on Sunday, which is surprising. I didn't think I'd meet the big man there. He's huge, by the way. He's like 6'4". He's absolutely massive. And on TV, he looks kind of bulky, but like he's ripped. Like he is in such good shape. Like I know, obviously, footballers are in good shape, but like as a goalie, I didn't really expect it. On TV, it kind of looks quite bulky, but he is not. He's in insane shape, in fairness to him. Okay, we get the 260 bonus and we get the multi club, which is nice. Not a great lineup, but again, it could get some essence or scoop up some of that. Now I'm back at square one with my MLS stuff as far as the hot streak goes, which is gutting, and unfortunately we don't get all like the bells and whistles as Europe does right now with how MLS looks, which is fine. It kind of is what it is. A lot of these players are at 70% right now because we don't know what's happened. A lot of them play tonight. I mean, Rocco Rios Novo doesn't, but Coronel does, as does Mikovic. So a couple of uncertainties, but I am going to go with Coronel in goal. 5% collection bonus on him as well, so hopefully that can come pretty good. Why is Noah Elias 0%? I don't think they've been updated because, like I said, they play tonight, so I wouldn't be surprised if, not much is really... Yeah, they're just in like filler spots there. Eli is suspended though, so we kind of know that. That's fine. So let me throw Hack in for now. We kind of know Hack's probably going to play if that's the case. Now, it's all about deploying our best classic smashers here, really, isn't it? Because we've got in-season Carlos Gil. Is Buanga going to play? Like, what happened? He wasn't even in the squad, was he, midweek? What happened to Buanga? They're away to Chicago, which I wouldn't mind playing him in. League's Cup has ended. Leave him... Oh, okay. Oh, so it wasn't... I really thought it was like a transfer thing. I was kind of worried, but it doesn't seem like it is transfer related. So that means Buanga's going to go in here then. And then we've got the extra position as a classic. I mean, it has to be Evander, really, doesn't it? Evander at home. I know he's at 60%, but he hasn't, like, he might play tonight. We've got DePauls to deploy. That's a bit of a tongue twister. We've got Forsberg could be a decent option at home to RSL. I don't necessarily mind that, but if I know Evander's playing, then I have to play Evander. So we'll see what happens tonight with him. But that is my best lineup by a mile. And thankfully in MLS you can play 4-1 now. You don't have to play 5 in season to hit the streak. That's my only D1 as well. So that'll be pretty fun. Hopefully if we can hit the streak there. It's only $10, but just to get us off the mark. I'm going to go with Picing goal there at home to Portland. I'm going to go with the man in form right now, Peter Musa. I really rate Musa. I think he's so good. Defender, I think, Philly defender probably makes the most sense, doesn't it? And then I always leave like my extra position as the classic. So that's why I have this. You can't see it. It's behind my face cam. There's a button like Sorare 25, Sorare 26. There's a little button next to the average score, and it just filters through all those. But yeah, Minnesota at home to the Rapids. I think that's Joaquin Pereira time there. Then I'll unfilter it so I can see all my classic players. I did buy a couple of Harry Toffolo's, as you can see. We've got Hani Mukhtar, who's probably in for a decent game. We could use classic Buanga. We've got DePauls. Just Forsberg probably gets in here, I would say. I might even give him the armband. Oh, and I'm just under the 260. That's fun. So that gets 6% as well, which is always nice. I'll probably be able to get 4 lineups out here. just with the amount of depth I've got in MLS. Well, I say that. I have the goalies, I just don't really have the outfielders. Because a lot of the cards I bought have like come out of in-season and stuff. Let's go Engel Mikjovic. Let's go Carlos. I tell you who's really on fire right now is Ivan Angulo. He is really, really smashing. I think I jinxed him a few weeks ago. I said like he can never get a decisive and stuff. Like he just always seems to just miss out on decisives. But he's proven me wrong right now. He's doing really, really well. Let's go Hani there. Again, unfortunately, we're not under the 260 mark. So that's just a 2% bonus. And then final lineup then in rare. I'm like avoiding Sean Johnson like the plague here, just because they're away to Philly, and I'm just very, very scared that they're just going to get absolutely battered. Let's go Joel Waterman. He got red carded midweek, but it was in the cup. We got De La Torre, we got Rosales. Let's go Carlos Harvey. He's not the best player in the world, but we're getting into our sort of last teams here. De La Vega away to LA or Bakari. It's got to be Bakari at home to Houston, hasn't it? And then we can untoggle this. What classic smash have we got left? I mean, it has to be Bouanga, realistically, doesn't it? Oh, I'm wearing the 260. Perfect. Is that all 4 lineups done, or is that just 3? I think that's 4, isn't it? Yeah, that's all 4 done there. Perfectly. And then we can move over to U23, which we're getting a couple of leagues back this weekend, which means that I do have a couple more goalkeepers to choose from. Thankfully, that Tom de Graaf loan deal looks to be working out quite nicely. So he'll probably be my starting keeper this weekend. At home to 20, not an easy game, but unfortunately I cannot trust in Toblason and Leuven. They're away to Antwerp as well, which is a horrible fixture. Lots of my players here are like 40 and 20 percenters, which is not ideal. Like I said, Højbjerg's moved to Strasbourg, which is a great move, but unfortunately we don't know what's going to go on, like when he's going to play again. But yeah, Ramos Mingo doesn't have a prediction right now, but I'm pretty confident he should play. And then it's either Casper Whittle or my K-League boy. I think I'm going to go Whittle for now. Back in the top flight in the Eredivisie. Hopefully there's a good game in there for him. Midfielders, I definitely have a few more options here. You've got Luna and McGlynn both away though. You've got Egeli away, as is Jankovic. Buskov's at home. I wonder what happened with Buskov tonight. Did he... Let me have a look on SofaScore. SofaScore's my... Now that we don't have Sorare data, like I do... I've always used SofaScore. Look at that. Buskov just come off the bench. Did he come off the bench? Yeah. Buskov came off the bench, 71st minute, got an assist in the 79th minute. What an absolute goat. So he could be in line to start this weekend then, I guess, which could be interesting. As far as matchups go, he's probably the best I've got if we kind of know that he's going to play. All my midfielders are away from home, which just pains me, to be honest. Jankovic had a really good game last week, and Clarkson's at home to Celtic, which is a tough game. This Krivak guy, by the way, keep an eye on him. First game 82, he's on set pieces, I believe. Had a bad injury last year for Lokomotiva Zagreb, but yeah, looks the real deal. I really don't want to... I mean, I'll play... I should be able to squeeze out 2 lineups here in Super Rare, but I can't really work out what to do with Luna and McGlynn. I think I'm gonna back Krivak here, sorry. Forwards are a bit of an issue, aren't they, realistically here? Very, very, very light at forward right now. I think I'll use Egeli as the extra player, and then I'll probably give Buskov the armband there, to be honest. Hopefully he can do the business for me this weekend for the midgets, the Midgelands. And then I'll try and squeeze a second lineup out, but I think it might be a bit of a stretch. Layson in goal. Let's see if we got any. Yeah, okay. K-League boy. Could go Richard King there, couldn't we? He's the only one that's sort of nailed on to play. McGlynn, Luna, and then probably have to go Alan Velasco at home to Racing. Janka's the extra player. We'll give McGlynn the armband. I mean, it's not a terrible team. It's fine enough. I'm obviously using some of these in-season challenger guys that I've bought for the lower league Scottish stuff. But if I don't end up getting a keeper in today, then I'll end up just using them in U23, to be honest. And then for U23 Rare, what have we got going on here then? I think we've got division battles this weekend, haven't we? In the Eredivisie, we've got them in a couple of different spots. Oh, Aduro's back. That's great. Aduro's back. We've got Tom de Graaf. We've got a couple of options. We've even got fucking Gavin Bazanu back. Bazunu is back, baby. The triple B. That is so funny. Bazunu's back. I've held him for so long. It feels ridiculous. But, wow. That is hilarious that he's back. I'm so glad Big Baz is back. I mean, he's never been a great scorer nonetheless. But the fact that he's back is just positive news. And they play against Wrexham. First game in the Championship for Wrexham. Right, what we got in midfield then? Tom Kleiss. We got Tristan de Graaf. If he starts, that could be quite nice. I think at home to Zulte as a fixture looks pretty tasty. But we've got McGlynn. Yeah, let's go McGlynn Luna for now. I think those two are the standouts. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Oscar Gluch is going to be ready for Ajax yet, but he's going to be an absolute smash, I think. And then I'd probably go Simsia. Maybe Simsia and Stoikers here. Where's Stoikers gone? Yeah, I think that could be the play. Smets as the captain. We're under the 370 and we get the multi-club bonus. I think that lineup could go pretty close, you know, if things go well for us. Let's build a second lineup out. I don't think this will look incredible, but we'll go Oduro in goal then. Hopefully he comes back. Jose Masters, a decent little player for Mechelen. Nazinho away to Club Brugge feels pretty tough. But we don't really have a ton else to. We could go at home for Tolkien feels pretty good. We'll go Jankovic in midfield. It's so weird building 7-a-side lineups, lads. Are you still? Did Ferraro smash? Did he on the weekend? Oh wow, yeah he did. I do like Ferraro. We'll play one of our Tristan de Graafs here, and then I think we'll go Ferraro as the extra. Diakon's supposed to start for Stade Reims, which is good. Other than that, though, I'm a bit light, aren't I, on forwards right now? He probably has to come in as the forward option, and then, like I said, I'll go and use where's he to? Yeah, Ferraro. You know what? We'll give John Tolkien the armband. Second game in Bundesliga 2. We're under the 370 cap. I'm not going to build another lineup in under 23 right now because I just don't think I have the. Like, I might do it eventually, but though, like, I just want to build what I want to know what I'm competitive in this weekend. Basically, that's kind of the goal for this video. So yeah, we're hopefully competitive in Eredivisie, looking for the streak, third streak in Jupiler League. MLS, we're back. Hopefully, we're streaking in rare and then picking up some cash, maybe in some essence in classic super rare. There's all the in-season MLSs. Challenger the same. Can we hit the second streak? And then contender, can we hit the second streak as well? So, you know, I'm really confident in this weekend, to be honest. As far as streaks go, maybe not like leaderboard cash necessarily. We were so close in under 23 Super last weekend. I really hope we can, or I can, just get over the line this weekend. Like the difference between like finishing first and like 8th is just so crazy. Like, let me just get my face cam out of the way. But it's just nuts to me that, you know, you finish first, you get a star, but if you finish like 11th, you get half a craft, you know, like, and it could be a tier 5 type of thing, which I get, but like last week, the pool was even worse than this. I finished 8th last week and won 250 essence on the weekend as well. Now I know, you know, there was less teams playing and stuff, so the prize pool's only going to get better, granted. Like when game week 1 rolls around in 2 weeks time, it's going to look way better, or 1 week time actually, technically. It will look better, but right now, or last week, it just looked terrible, especially in Super Rare under 23. But yeah, lads, that's going to be the extent of this weekend. Oh, actually, it's not. I'm being an idiot. Of course, we've got AllStar to do. Can I even build an AllStar Super Rare lineup? Do I have any keepers left? I know I have Sean Johnson. Okay, I have Otto de Wolf, and I have Leo Jardim. I guess I have Stan Van Gassel if I don't play a Dutch team or like an in-season team. Okay, we've got a couple of decent Super Rares here that we can use. Verdonk at home is definitely a play. At home to Excelsior. We've got Bardaki. Gedson Fernandez made his debut, didn't he, for Spartak, but I don't think he looked great. We've obviously got the Lord, which is definitely going to get used. We've got Amaro Jr., Alexandru Maxim could be nice, Brian Haynan. We've got a couple of decent options. What's the forwards looking like, though? Eunice Atgun, we've got Balikwisha. Okay, yeah. We can build this is going to be a decent all-star team, you know? I'm pretty confident in this. Like, really, I know, like, I'm as confident as someone can be in all-star with, you know, the amount of stuff going on. I'm going to go Harris there as the mid, and then I think I'm going to go with Eunice Atgun. It's either Eunice Atgun or Matt's Cola. I'm going to go Cola, actually. We'll give the Lord the armband. All-Star Rare goes. What have we got going on? So, Wellenreuther could be really, really useful here, couldn't he, as a goalkeeper? Nishikawa, Delange, not great. Unistal away to Pexwola feels pretty good. I mean, the obvious one is Wellenreuther, isn't it? At home to Nakbrada. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use him. I've got him up for sale right now because I said I had him vaulted, but I think I'm gonna unvault him and stick him into an all-star lineup because there's a couple of good options here. We've got Southampton, we've got Southampton and the Championship back, which is pretty fun. Van Arnold, we've got so many players, and we've just got so many more players to like come back as well. It's just so overwhelming. Right, let's go with then El Karauni. We'll build one all-star lineup, then I'll leave the rest for tomorrow morning, just in case there's any news. We'll go Maro Jr. We'll get the Lord in there, of course. Lord Van Aken in the big game. Adam Zorgan scored well on his, I guess it wasn't his debut. He did start actually. I guess it was his debut, like first start at least for USG. I think he got a decisive there. I was just looking down here. Teji's back. We've got Ligue 2 back at home to Excelsior. We've got Saibari in there. Excuse me, what's wrong with Vito Van Cruz? I didn't realise he was injured. Let's go with Saibari then at home to Sparta Rotterdam. And then extra player. Let's go Davison Sanchez. I don't think I'm going to play Arena this week. Well, I say that. I definitely won't play Arena this weekend because I don't have any I could play in Super Rare in fairness, but I literally don't have any rare essence. Like I have 45. So I'm just going to have to just rinse All-Star this weekend. I could do some late arenas depending on if I win any essence this midweek. But lads, this is going to be the extent of my game week. I'm buzzing the Eredivisie is back. I've still got a few buys to make before the game week closes. So hopefully I'll get a couple more Super Rare lineups out there. One Super Rare Eredivisie and one Super Rare Challenger is the plan. But man, it feels so good. Like everything's starting to come back now, like leagues wise. And there's only more to come as well. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm aiming for a couple of streaks again. I went 3 for 3 last week. Am I going to go 3 for 3 this week? It's going to be really tough to hit that Belgian one. Like really tough. But you never know. I think the matchups that we've got, I'm putting myself in the best position possible. Like I don't think I can have better matchups really. Maybe Dender at home here than away. The fact that they're playing on Friday is just scaring me now. But other than that, I'm really confident that we can get some really good points from the lineup. Is still in D2, so I'm looking to try and get promoted into Division 1. Hopefully this is that weekend, and $200 on top would just be an absolute delight. Like it would really soften the amount that we've spent already on Belgium, which is like 300 quid. We're basically almost 60% in the positive towards getting back to net spend of 0. So I'm excited. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing for the weekend. Of course, as usual, lads, there'll be a little giveaway in the comment section just for you guys that are watching for 40 odd minutes. This video, it means the absolute world to me. Please do leave a like as well. Like the fact that I'm seeing my videos get over 100 likes is just baffling my brain. Like it's such a big number for somebody such a small YouTuber. So yeah, it means the world to me. Genuinely, lads. Like you don't understand how much it means to me. Maybe you do, but it's hard for me to convey in a video. But I really do appreciate you lads. Massive good luck for this upcoming weekend. I'll be live tomorrow with Quinny on the Deadline show tomorrow morning. So yeah, look out for that if you're around. I appreciate you all, and see you in the next one.